The Zoochosis release date trailer was just released, and it not only gave us the release date, but it shows off a ton of animals and their mutated form. So let's jump into this trailer and talk about all of the new details about it. Zoochosis will be releasing September 23rd, 2024. So at the time of this trailer's release, that's only 2 months away. And September is my birthday month, so that's kinda cool. The devs did mention a potential demo, so maybe we'll get one next month. However, at this point they are probably just focusing on the final version of the game, considering it's right around the corner. In the first shot of the trailer, we see two giraffes standing next to each other. To the left, there is a weird mask stuck in the ground. I have no idea what this would be used for, but if we look to the right, you can see a large totem pole with a bunch of faces on it. So maybe the mask has something to do with this. Considering the basket on top, I think this pole is used for feeding the giraffes. But who knows, I could be wrong. The faces on it are a really interesting detail, and maybe they play a bigger role in the overall story. Following this, we get a shot of a kangaroo, hippo, penguins, zebra, and a gorilla. But what's most interesting here is the rock behind the kangaroo. I'm probably overthinking this, but it looks like it has runes carved into it. This could be something to do with the mask or totem pole that I just mentioned. There could even be an overarching ritualistic theme going on here at the zoo. It could have something to do with how the parasite got here. The guy we saw in the other trailer seems to know all about what's happening to the animals, so this could be his doing. But that's for another video. Maybe this is just a rock with carvings on it. We then begin to pet a giraffe that is probably infected. You'll notice a wedding ring on our finger. We know we have a wife from one of the previous trailers. This makes me wonder if she will play a role in the game at all. Maybe we just have to survive to see our wife again. Regardless, it's cool to see the devs have fleshed out a background for our character. We are not just a random person. We need to survive for our family. Continuing on, we end up feeding this hippo. But these last few shots are relatively normal, and then the tone of the trailer begins to change. One of the kangaroos is aimlessly clawing at the wall. You can see this wall is already wearing down, so this might be happening often. There is also this pole that is similar to the one from before, just another detail to keep in mind. We then watch as the zebra begins to bite down on its own leg, almost as if it's trying to get something out of it. These actions are definitely signs of infection, as we will soon see these animals will transform into monsters. But before this, we watch two giraffes start to attack each other. Giraffes use their heads and necks to fight. They will swing their head around to hit their opponent with their horns, or ossicones as they're called. It's a pretty interesting form of combat, but it makes sense considering their neck is their only long limb. Behind these giraffes is the same pole from the beginning of the trailer. Here we get a better look at it, and regardless if it's important to the story or not, it's just cool to see the detail the devs put into the game. Following this, we use our handheld device to unlock the storage room. As we enter, we see this long arm that has been terrorizing or stalking us throughout every trailer. I'm not sure what this is, but it's kind of presented as the main villain of the game. We only ever see a glimpse of this hand and arm, so I can only imagine what the full monster will look like. We haven't seen the mutated elephant yet, so considering the long arm, this could be the elephant's trunk. But I don't think that's what's going on here. I think this is actually a mutated human. The devs are keeping it a secret as to if we can get infected, but because of this, I think we can. Therefore, humans might be able to get infected, and this hand resembles a human hand. So I think this is a mutated human hand or arm. But that's just a theory, so I could be wrong, and it's probably one of the other animals that we haven't seen yet. The devs did mention there are a few animals they are not revealing, so it's probably one of them. Next, we grab a dart that is labeled Temperlax. This is likely the game's version of a tranquilizer. We will use these darts to sedate the infected animals so we can run tests and hopefully cure them. This is something we saw in the 10-minute gameplay preview. Now, here is when the trailer takes a dark turn and we finally see most of the infected animals. We get an awesome shot of the mutated kangaroo. It begins to vomit this yellow liquid all over the ground using its second mouth on its stomach. This close-up shows off how truly hideous this thing is. Its eyes are fully white and has veins popping out all over the upper half of its body. Then it begins to chase us by crawling on all fours. Kangaroos only move around on their back feet, so this one using all fours to move is even more freaky. The trailer then cleverly cuts to a normal hippo chasing us, so maybe this is our sign to stay away from them no matter what. But then we finally see the mutated hippo. This monstrosity looks incredible. Its mouth resembles a huge claw with its teeth, and bones are sticking out all over its body. You can also see weird bubbles or lumps growing out of its back. I talked about this in detail in a previous video, so I won't talk about it too much here, but I love the design of this creature. In the next shot, we get another great look at one of the mutated giraffes. It is creepily crawling just like a spider and is going to likely feed on the dead one in front of it. So these giraffes probably fought and the one that won was infected. Next, we get the final shot in the trailer, and it's definitely the most terrifying. We watch as an infected zebra feeds on another zebra. What's so interesting about this is that the infected zebra is backwards and its mouth is coming from, well, its butt. This infected zebra has mutated its back end into a mouth. That is insane. It now makes sense why in the previous trailer the infected zebra was running backwards. As weird as this is, it's really cool to see and very unique. I don't think I've seen anything like this before. I'm glad the devs are really making these monsters stand out, and it brings a sense of uniqueness to the game. The trailer ends with, of course, the release date. I'm super excited for this game. I love animals, and my dream job growing up was to own a zoo. So of course I'm going to love a game that mixes zoo animals with horror. I'm assuming we might get one more trailer before the release, but who knows? How do you feel about the mutated animals in this game? Do they creep you out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like horror game content like this, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to support the channel more, you can become a member. Don't forget to follow my Twitter at TerrifiedT. Thanks for watching.